Guys, today we are going to be doing something really cool. I don't know if it's going to be cool for the cows or not, but we're going to be banding cows and doing a little bit of work on ear tags. And so that's what we've got lined up today. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, The Purpose Driven Homestead. What do we have in store for everybody today?
We are banding bulls today, which probably should have been done like, what, 2 or 3 months ago when we actually had the calves.
They're getting a little big.
We're excited though to learn today.
Yeah, it's our first time doing it, right? So I think that's part of it. Also, I wanted the cattle to get I wanted the bulls to get just a little bit of age on them. So, you know, I was trying to do it while they were still really new and nursing and adding one more thing to it. I know a lot of people like to do it that way, but we just wanted to wait a little while, and then things kind of got out of hand, and I feel like we had
garden and all the other responsibilities of, you know, raising chickens and all of the things. So, you know, it kind of got pushed to the back burner, but we definitely need to go ahead and take care of it today.
Right. So we've got 2 bulls that we're going to be banding today, and we're also going to put ear tags in them. And if we can get the moms in here, we're going to try to go ahead and replace the ear tags on the moms as well. They still have the ear tag from the prior farmer that had them and we got them from. And so we're going to kind of do all of that at once if we can. We've got a squeeze gate set up here off to the side, and so that's going to be a head gate and squeeze gate kind of all in one. It's going to allow us, if we can push them through the little corral that we have set up here, it's going to allow us to squeeze them down, hopefully get the calves in there. We've got to adjust a little bit because the calves are much smaller obviously than the adult cows are, so we're going to have to try to get them in there and then adjust it when we get the mamas in there. So let me show you a little bit about, we've got a Filson gate that we actually got on sale, and this is the head gate, the whole 9 yards. Let me show you a little bit about what we're working with here. So you can see we've got a Filson gate. This thing is a little bit rusted. We actually got this on sale from a local agricultural supply place. And so, you know, we're working with it, but it works well. What happens is the head comes through here. This thing closes behind them and locks them in. And this will allow us to hopefully keep the heads pretty stabilized for the ear tagging. I hope we've got this set close enough for them. We'll try and see how it works. Here we've got our squeeze gate system. We'll actually set this up so that it will squeeze them down. We've got a little ratchet adjustment up here. Then we've got our handle over here to raise and lower this gate at the back. So that will allow them to get in and not back out. This whole mechanism can slide. There's an adjustment down here at the bottom that will allow us to adjust it for the larger cows. Right now I've got it set up for the smaller calves. So we got this ratchet, this thing right here unlocks, and that's what allows it to open up. So we kind of have free motion here. So the calf will come in, this thing will be flipped down, the calf will walk in, we'll ratchet that in, close it down. After they got their head in the head gate there, we'll go ahead and squeeze this down, mobilize them, then we'll be able to come in from the back and work on this back section. This is actually a pull gate for the other side, so when you lift this up, that side will open, and if I've got my wife there on the other side, she can kind of open it from the side over there, but this is the part that unlocks it. Theoretically, if they're pushing on that gate, this, when I pull it up, that side should open up. And so we've got a little pulley system here that I can kind of pull it back close. But we have to have a little bit of help because that's a pretty tight fit over there. But that's how this thing works. It's actually really nice in the fact that if you want to let them out this head gate opens. Also the side gate opens if you want to let them out from the side as well. So you can kind of do it either way based off of the animal, the size, etc.
So as he mentioned earlier, we're going to go ahead and try and tag all of these cows today, and along with the calves, and that is because we want to make sure that we're keeping track of the progress, the grow out progress of our steers. Now obviously they're bulls right now, we're going to make them into steers, and we're going to go ahead and put them in our freezer once they're grown out. But we want to make sure that we're tracking their progress and see which one has the best grow out, so that later on when we're trying to grow our herd and all of the other steers, we'll be able to track which mama produces the best quality meat.
Now our goal here is we want to try to push these cows and these 2 calves in through this side. We're going to use the fence over here as one side of our corral, and it's got an electrified fence over here. So the 2 things are this corral edge over here and then this electrified fence over here. These 2 things together, the idea is we'll push them around. We don't want to get them caught in a corner, so we kind of will open this little gate up a little bit. It'll then funnel them through. This gets gradually smaller. We'll push that gate behind us when they come in, and then we're going to get in here and push them forward into this smaller area. So then we're going to push them down this gate. It's going to get more and more narrow through this corral, and the corral is going to narrow into this little chute. This chute right here is where we will hold them. We'll take and put a board behind them so that as they come through here, once we get them into this narrow portion right here in the chute, we'll put a board behind. That'll keep them from backing out and allow us to then push them forward. And also, if two of them come in at one time, we can actually put boards between them to keep them from crowding out on each other and keep them in single file. So that's the goal. We'll use the edges of these gates right here, or these corral panels. That will keep our boards in place, and so they won't slide back too much. And so that's the goal, but I think it's about time to get started. Now, our calves are not going to be excited about this. They obviously have not been banded. This is a breed of cattle called Murray Gray. We really like these. They're pretty friendly, but obviously they're not friendly enough that they want you messing around in that particular portion of their body. So this is going to be an event. We'll see how it works. He's going to want to go that. I'm trying to get him to go that way. We want to kind of create a little wall here. We're just kind of walking him towards that.
One thing that we've heard from others over and over again is to make sure that you get both testicles in there. So we're gonna make sure that we do that so we don't have any surprise calves in there.
We got our bull in here. It wasn't without some challenges. They definitely didn't want to go in here. It's their first time being corralled like this. He scraped his foot down here. It's already stopped bleeding, so he's actually, it's just a little minor scrape, but we got a little blood down there. But we've got here, this is his little manhood here that we're gonna work on today. And again, we wanna make sure there's one and then there's two. So the goal here is to get this thing up and around both of them and make sure that they make it in there, which is going to be a challenge. All right. All right, there's one, there's two, both of them are inside the banding. And so we got him banded. Now, the next thing we've got to do is we're going to need to get the ear tag in his ear. Well, he might not be as excited about it as you seem to be.
I thought he was good.
This is all stuff to keep him from kicking us, hurting us, that kind of stuff. You need to watch out for this pole here. Put a little iodine on here. Yeah, you're not gonna like this.
It's okay, honey.
Is it really? That's right.
There we go. Good job, honey. Good job.
All right, S001 is brisket.
All right, good job, Brisket. Okay, so some of what we've been doing has not been super successful. They got out, and so we had to get them back in. We do have one down, and we have both mamas and one more calf to go ahead and do. What we did, because the calf that's left, he's the smallest one, and so what we did was set up these wood pieces with the T-post because he was able to get right underneath there. So we put a couple more pieces of wood here so that we can get it a little bit higher, and then also built up the bottom so that they can't get through there. So hopefully this will go a little bit smoother than the first one, but we at least got one done.
All right, so new plan here. We are trying to, instead of trying to push the calves through here, we had to recapture the mamas and the remaining calf to try to band him. The other one's already out on pasture. He's in good shape, but we've got to try to get them through here. So I think we're going to change our squeeze gate and set it up for the larger cattle now, so we can push the cows through here, go ahead, get them treated a little bit for flies and that kind of stuff, switch out their ear tags, and then let them out. Hopefully we can then get our baby calf to come through here because he sees mama has already gone out. All right, so we're just taking the pin out here. We're going to go ahead and pull this gate a little bit more.
Having narrow gates is super important because they were able to kind of circle around. So we took this back gate off and put that closer to the fence, and now we have them in a smaller space. So we're getting there. We need another one behind her. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. You probably got a new hole because you were being such a... Girl. Good girl. You can go see your baby now. Go see your baby now. Go ahead, honey. Yeah, there you go. Go.
So here we've got some fly control. The flies have been so bad this year, and it's been dry, and that's part of what's led to it. We love to use natural treatments. We've been using garlic, and I'll show you a video about that later. They won't let us get close to them to spray them, and so we're going to use a treatment that will last a little bit longer. I thought about putting another ear tag in there, but I don't want to put one more hole in their ears just for a fly tag, and I'd have to take it out later as well as the end of the season. So this is something I can use. It'll wear off by the end of the season. Hopefully should give them a little bit of relief from the flies and the gnats. We're just going to pour it on kind of like you have a flea medicine for a dog or something like that. Just going to make sure that she gets a coating all the way down. Just a little bit. She doesn't need a ton. A little bit more up here at the top. We don't want her to be able to lick it, so that's good. All right, so we've got two settings here. This front one, if I pull on this one like that, it will open the gate. The back one allows it to open the other way. So we're going to push this thing forward. We'll swing this open, and there she goes. Well,
You win some, you lose some.
you win some, you lose some. That's probably the best way to put it. So first one went off really slick as silk. I mean, we got our first bull calf through the gate, through the squeeze gate, squeezed him. We got everything done, got his banding, got his ear tag. The ear tag was just a little bit of hassle, but it was more user error than anything else, just trying to, as I could grab his head. But we got that all figured out, and then everything broke down.
We had mamas going everywhere. We had babies running after.
Yeah, well, so they got out. So that was the big thing, is we had it set up so that they could push their way out. So we had, they were able to push through one of the gate sides that we didn't understand. They had pushed on it in one direction, kind of broken it loose from the fence, and then they got out through there. So we had to round it back out. We were able to get both of the mamas back through, and I mean, I guess they were successful, right?
We were able to get them done, which is exciting because
got the tags, right?
got the tags, and we got them, you know, some fly stuff on them so that they won't have that problem anymore.
So check the box there. We got both items done for mamas. One of them we got one of the bull calves, got him banded. The other one, we didn't get anything done. So
he was too small and ended up slipping right through the squeeze gate.
I got to figure this out. I actually wonder if we might have done this a little too early. So kind of in that in-between time. Obviously, it's easy if you go and band the calves right when they're born, but when they were born, we didn't know if we wanted to band both of these. We kind of made our decision a little later. So now he's kind of in between sizes. He's so small that he's big enough that he can run around and get away from us, and we can't do anything really to catch him anymore. And when I got him into the squeeze gate, he was so small, he went through the head gate. So he was able to get his whole body through the head gate with it closed. So we're gonna probably have to wait maybe a few more weeks to a month to get him done and let him get a little bit bigger, and then try all of this again with him. So that'll be an adventure, but that's the way it is in a homestead, right?
Absolutely, and not everything goes the way you plan it, and that's okay. We had a learning experience today, which was pretty cool. We had the whole family out here, you know, helping out, and it's super hot, and so they're playing in the sprinklers right now, so we'll probably go have some family time and
yeah, it's like
enjoy
95
that.
with like a heat index of like 107 right now, so it's brutally hot down here, but you got to do it, right? I mean, daytime's going to be hot here all during the summer. That's just the way it is. So
That's right. That's right.
All right. So this is real. We didn't want to show you guys made up stuff. The reality is this was a 3/4 of a success, 1/4 complete failure. So with that, guys, I think this is the end of the video today. Hopefully you learned something, maybe some things that you don't want to do next time. And we'll probably show you another video where maybe we have a slightly better system and setup for next time.
All right, guys, with that, have a blessed day.
Yep. And we'll see you next time on the Purpose Driven Homestead.